West Virginia is coal country, and it has been for generations. But coal production has been on a steady decline here since the early 1990s. And in the last 6 years, it's taken a complete nosedive. That has led to a loss of jobs and, for many, a loss of hope. Enter Donald Trump.
And for those miners, get ready because you're going to be working your asses off, all right? Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Well, here we are. We are in the heart of coal country, also the heart of the collapse of coal. President Trump made a lot of promises to the coal miners. He said he's going to give them a big bright tomorrow. We're here in Mingo County, West Virginia, to see what does that mean to the folks who live here. First of all, I'm just incredibly happy to be here. I meet up with a group that definitely knows coal. Terry Steele retired after mining for 26 years. Bo Copley has been laid off since 2015. He's sort of a coal mining celebrity for this exchange with Hillary Clinton during the campaign.
I just want to know how you can say you're going to put a lot of coal miners out of jobs and then come in here and tell us how you're going to be our friend.
And Alan Lardieri is one of the lucky ones. He's got a job in the mines. My first question is simply this. What does Trump have to do to deliver, to satisfy folks?
My whole reasoning for voting for Trump was not because of policies, but the presence of Trump. You know, his unconventional nature will cause a political shakeup somewhat. You got a political gene pool that it's entirely inbred. What I mean by that is you have these career politicians, the same individuals that's populated Capitol Hill for so long, they're so disconnected from their base. Trump being such an outsider will make people start to think and realize, hopefully, like, oh, wait, we could possibly lose our jobs if we don't become more representative.
Now, some people say that the reason coal has been having so many problems is because Obama came in, he overregulated. But looking at the numbers, coal's been declining really since the 90s. Do you feel like it's maybe sometimes overstated the damage that Obama did?
It was on the decline, yes, because there's alternative means for electric power generation, all that stuff. But when you see the drop happen, they yanked the carpet out from under West Virginia. These regulatory agencies were populated by activists, essentially. So now you have people that are the polar opposite of that. And that's where you're going to get a lot of positive action on coal, with a little bit of scaling back of the overregulation.
You know, you got famous because of the challenge you laid out to Hillary Clinton. If Hillary Clinton had a different position on coal mining, would you have voted for her?
No, sir.
Why not?
On the very fact alone of pro-life.
So many pundits have said if she hadn't offended those coal miners, they would have voted for her. They don't know your heart. They didn't know that there was something underneath that you also were concerned about.
Everyone always thinks that we're one topic people, you know.
Right.
Yeah, and we're not.
You guys are Christians and very proud of it. As a Christian couple, how can you support a Donald Trump when you know the fear he strikes into the hearts of American Muslim children, American Latino children? How do you round that circle?
Sorry, it hits kind of close to home to her. Some of her family won't speak to me right now because of my support of Donald Trump. And
we have Muslim American family.
Her sister's married to a Jordanian man, and you know, they never expressed their fears to us beforehand, as far as. But
I wouldn't want anybody to think just because someone's in office that it's not a dictatorship. This is still America. It is still awesome. God put it here for a reason. And it's a country of immigrants. You can't say we're not going to let anybody in, but it has to be done the right, responsible way. But I would like to ask Donald Trump, you know, what are you going to say to those people who are scared? Kids who think, you know, something might happen to them or to their father or mother because of their descent.
Maybe some people love Trump, maybe some people don't love Trump. You've been in this region your whole life. What can Trump do?
When that coal miner is breathing in that coal dust, for you to turn a light switch on and get good cheap energy, there's a price to be paid, and it was paid for here in Central Appalachia. Now, we've reached a point that we need help here. We need help.
My last question is this. Hope is a fragile thing.
Sure is.
and it's hard to get, and when it goes, it's devastating. And you got people here hanging by a thread, and they're putting their faith in Donald Trump. They're down to nothing. Their
right.
jobs are gone. Their pensions are gone. Their health care isn't there. They're trying to push that opioid away. They see a man who's supposed to be for them. Tell the president speak for them to this president.
Mr. President, you're the most unconventional candidate that has ever took this office. A lot of things have happened, a lot of mechanisms in place that put you in there. In your own words, if you do not deliver, you're fired.
Van joins us now. It's just so great to just hear from people, not pundits, just hear from people what's in their hearts and what's in their heads. What else do they want to see from this president?
Well, first of all, what I was just so struck by was the complexity of the political analysis. I think these guys they're coal miners. Right. They're just easily tricked by the Republicans. I mean, they were incredibly sophisticated in saying, listen, I don't know if he's going to be able to do this, but he might send a shockwave through the political establishment, might make them listen to us more. Also, the pro-choice piece was huge for them. They're Christian conservatives before they're coal miners. They'll tell you that. That wasn't really discussed in understanding why the coal miners rallied the way that they did. But in terms of what they need, we could not get them to say on camera what they need. You cut the cameras off, they are concerned about the health care. That one couple that was sitting there very quiet, one of them is going into surgery on Thursday of this week, has so many medical bills, and the pensions and the health care promised to them by the coal companies have been thrown under the bus because the coal companies are going into bankruptcy. The coal miners are saying they bailed out the bankers, but they won't bail out the coal miners. Our pensions are now nothing. Our health care is hanging by a thread. We need help. But you couldn't get them to say it on camera because of that pride. And so you miss a lot unless you're there with the people. I think the Democrats and the Republicans should be ashamed of what's happening right now in coal country. These people have risked their lives and their lungs and their limbs to keep the lights on for the rest of us. And now they can't eat, they're too sick and old to work, and they can't see a doctor, and nobody's coming to their aid.
Also, I was doing a story in the Upper Big Branch mine, which there was a disaster at, and so I talked to a lot of the survivors of it. Just the difficulty of their job, working in the coal mine every single day, and in a community that it's a good paying job, that there's not a lot of other good paying jobs. And so they know, it's not like they don't know the risk. They go in knowing full well the risk, and that's one of the extraordinary things about them.
Incredibly brave, also incredibly smart. The machinery that they run is the size of buildings. Right, They got to be precise with it. These are incredible people. We should do better by them.
Yeah. Van Jones, thanks very much. A program note, The Messy Truth airs tomorrow on CNN at 9 Eastern. Van's going to host another town hall. He'll be joined by Whoopi Goldberg, who took part in the Women's March in New York over the weekend. A lot to discuss with her.